This one is in the lightweight division, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Let's go ahead and welcome, out of the blue corner, making his way to the AFL cage, Matt Wagy.
Here comes Boca Raton's own Matthew Wagy. Kind of a homecoming fight for him, as it were. Taking on a very, very big challenge. This is Wagy's first fight in 3 years, over 3 years. His last fight was actually in PFL against recent PFL champion Brandon McLaughlin. So he's been gone for a while. He's recovered. He told me in confidence, not just chitter chatter. Shouting out his boy Joe Benavidez, by the way, with this here. I just spent a lot of time at Team Alpha Male. Walk out a stranglehold. That's one of Joe's favorite songs. Matthew Wagy. Now, to be fair, this fight, I got to mention, was scheduled at 145 pounds. Diego Brandão, battered, lost by TKO to the scale yesterday. Didn't make 155. Had to catch up. That Wagy, to his credit, drank some water, put some pants on, and got on her weight in at 155 a little bit later and said, "You're not getting out this easy, pal." Matt Wagy, a very good wrestler. Black belt in jiu-jitsu under Charles McCarthy. You see there in his corner. You see Lucas Rose in his corner as well. Again, spent time at Team Alpha Male. Kind of does like to implement that Bang Ludwig style of striking that he picked up while he was out there. Excuse me. But again, this fight was meant to be at 145 pounds, not 155. The weight was missed so bad that Brandão had to still cut more weight to make 55 for this to happen. So Wagy's got balls bigger than his abs. Excuse my language there, for taking this fight. But he will be the smaller fighter by a bit now, and he does have quite a test in front of him. Former UFC veteran, Ultimate Fighter champion, and very, very good black belt in jiu-jitsu himself, Diego Brandão. But Wagy, I've commentated in combat jiu-jitsu. He won a tournament where he defeated some very, very good grapplers in combat jiu-jitsu. A lot, as I mentioned, wrestling experience at the collegiate level. And a lot of MMA experience as well. He's just been out for 3 years. Super excited to get back in the cage. How much ring rust will there be is kind of the only question to Wagy. If Wagy has his way, he will be on top, and the size advantage will not come into play for Brandão in that situation. Wagy's got really good chokes, really good guillotine front headlock attacks. Again, kind of an awkward striker, but a volume striker and a great scramble wrestler.
Out of the red corner, let's welcome Diego Brandão.
And again, his opponent, Diego Brandão, walking out to Sandstorm by Darude. Shout out to the old school days of Chuta Box and Vanderlei Silva, Shogun Hua. Now, Diego Brandão is a very dangerous jiu-jitsu fighter, a very powerful striker as well. Got Greg Jackson in his corner there. Now, let's see what the one has to believe. Complete lack of attempt to make the weight. Let's see what that's going to do for his energy levels. Again, 13 pounds over when he said he can't make the weight. I'm going to question how hard he was trying, but a lot of power in his striking and a very, very good jiu-jitsu game for Diego Brandão. Again, Ultimate Fighter winner, and has some very, very exciting, memorable, and incredibly impressive fights in the UFC during his time there. I'm not sure how active he's been as of late. Now with the Winklejohn camp out in the ABQ, as the kids call it, Albuquerque, New Mexico. And he will have a noticeable size advantage over Matthew Wagy. But will that size advantage matter if Wagy gets his way? He will be on top.
This is your main event of the evening here at Action Fight League. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for those joining us here at the Hard Rock Live and watching the live stream on Viva Live TV. Get up and let's get loud! Introducing first to my left, out of the blue corner, this man walks in with a record of 13 victories, 7 defeats, a mixed martial artist who weighed in at 155 pounds, fighting out of Delray Beach, Florida. Here is Matt Hammer Time Wagy. And across the cage out of the red corner, this man, a decorated veteran in the world of mixed martial arts with a record of 26 wins, 20 defeats, a mixed martial artist weighed in at 155.2 pounds, fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, by way of Brazil. Here is a UFC veteran, Diego Brandão. And when the action begins, the third man in the cage, Andy Glenn.
All right, gentlemen, you got the rules in the back. Any question about the rules? Follow my instructions, protect yourself. I tell you to stop, do it immediately. Touch if you want, step back at the bell.
Matthew Wagy looking to make a statement in his comeback to the cage. Diego Brandão looking to get back
Blake,
to his
here we
ring
go,
weight.
main event.
Yeah, round number 1 underway. Again, worth mentioning that yesterday, Matthew Wagy made 145 pounds. Diego Brandão made 158, then recut to make the 155-pound agreed-upon secondary weight, as it were. Beautiful trip by Brandão.
Yeah, you could tell there in the body, the Diego Brandão, he was a little on the heavy side.
Yeah.
Anyone could see that from far away.
As I said, he was, knee right to the body there. That did not hit the head.
But the experience is there, Blake. Diego Brandão has been with the who's in the world of mixed martial arts.
Yeah, almost 50 fights at a very good jiu-jitsu black belt.
He's halfway of beating Dan Severn's record, but...
Well, that's a big half. Matt Wagy, a 25 vet himself, and has some wrestling experience and grappling experience. I've commentated him in combat jiu-jitsu as well. So Wagy stays busy. His first fight in 3 years for Matthew Wagy. His last fight, as I mentioned earlier, a losing effort by decision to recent PFL champion Brandon Lofney. Good knee from Diego Brandão.
Matt Wagy has also been competed in several promotions, such as you mentioned, PFL. Over down here in Titan FC, Bellator as well. So he has had his fair share of experiences, competed against top-notch fighters, some of them being Erwin Rivera, former champion in Titan FC, Adir Terry.
Wheel kick from Brandão there, outside of range. Yeah, 20 fights is not a newbie to the game.
Joke, right?
But it's just not 50.
But looking at the resume of the folks that Wagy has faced, Brandão, a victory over him, that's just got to kind of put you to the top.
I think it would be his biggest win for sure, without question.
Brandão, great overhand from Brandão. Brandão last competed in July of last year, won in the second round by way of ground and pound. So he was very active in 2022, competing twice.
Brandão. Yeah, Brandão is an excellent grappler, and he's got some good powerful striking, and he's under Winklejohn at
Greg Jackson's. Yep.
Yeah, he's learning from one of the best coaches in the game right now. Again, while at Team Alpha Male, Wagy trained under Dwayne Ludwig, so he's got some good striking as well. Diego seems to have the better striking right here, and the size is making a big difference.
Diego last competed in the UFC against Brian Ortega in 2016. Lost by way of triangle choke.
That's why they call him T-City.
And he has a defeat by the way of the notorious Conor McGregor back in 2014.
Yes, he does. We were actually getting ready. That was supposed to be Cole Miller in London, in Ireland. Cole tore his thumb, and Diego stepped in on like 10 days' notice for that one.
That was pretty much the fight that got everyone talking about Conor McGregor.
Greg Jackson saying smaller.
Oh my goodness!
Wagy may be in trouble here.
That's awesome. I stole that life from you now. Wow, what a vicious knee from Diego Brandão. Listen, This is a man with a long historic history, and right now, Matt Wagy is not getting up. Doctors have raced inside the cage. It's a very critical moment here. Brandão showing lots of respect, telling everyone to get out of the way. Very sportsmanlike as well for Brandão. He's a veteran. He knows what he has to do in there.
Man, he was super close with that knee a couple times.
That is dangerous. They had to lift Wagy here. I'm sure maybe they might even get the stretcher. I'm not a doctor, Blake, but the way that he's reacting, his body is not moving. They're lifting up his legs.
They just need to let him. They just need to let him come back around. He was concussed from that knee, and then the shots on the ground. I mean, Wagy was trying to fight, but that was mostly instinctual.
What I'm seeing, Blake, is I don't see any movement from Wagy. This is scary. Okay, I did see some movement there from the legs, but not much. This is a scary situation, Blake.
Yeah, he's coming back slow.
Okay, he's moving. Good, thank goodness. All right, good. He's moving. Wow. Okay. That's good to see that he's moving his legs.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a minute to get back, whatever, something like that. Because again, that flying knee really knocked him out, but his body kept fighting. And
okay, he's good.
And a couple more shots from Brandão kind of put the lights all the way out. And now Wagy's just now coming back. I think he's realizing what happened.
It was a scary situation when Wagy just laid there flat.
Yeah.
And he wasn't moving.
Trying to get back up now.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Yeah, he needs to sit down. He needs to sit on the stool. He's going to let his pride get the best of him. Sit on the stool and relax for a minute. Shake it off.
But, you know, Diego Brandão, he's been there with so many competitors. He knows Wagy has great striking, but at the same time, he caught him a mistake. Put his head down, caught him with that knee.
Yeah, he threw it a couple times.
Right.
It were close. I mean, it landed, but not on the button a couple times. But when it landed that time, it was clean. Wagy probably woke up when he fell and was able to roll through and kind of recover.
Wow. Incredible stuff.
Not recover enough to stop the onslaught. Yeah. So he's okay. He's back with us now. But yeah, I'm going to get a post-fight interview, of course, but I'm going to allow the medical professionals to have the cage without me in it for a couple more seconds there until Wagy at least all right, yeah, Wagy's okay. He's answering questions now. He's off the stool. I'm going to go inside and grab the information there with him. Yeah, that's no good. Oh, well. All right, talking to Diego Brandão now, standing up, no problem. Yeah, all right, everything looks to be good. I'm going to go inside to grab a word. That is how you end a show in a highlight fashion.
And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say yeah. 'Cause all I do is win.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this contest comes to an end at 3 minutes and 12 seconds. For your winner, by way of knockout, Diego Brandão.
Just a little show of respect and sportsmanship there between your two main event combatants. Hand for Matthew Wagy, hand for Diego Brandão. I'm going to grab a word with your winner. Mr. Brandão. Pleasure to have a word with you, sir. You came in tonight a veteran. It's your first fight since last summer, I believe. And you were throwing the knee a lot. You were really throwing it out there. You were getting close, close, close. But when it landed very, very clean. Talk us through that finish and what brought you into the fight tonight.
Thank you, Wagy. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much again for joining us here on live TV. Oh, do we have a translator?
Let's go.
All right. Mi Portuguese is no good, so we're going to let Rodolfo do this one. So, again, you were throwing the knee a lot, really trying to set that up tonight.
Sim. Essa é a minha arma mais forte, né? Joelhada, né? Se para quem me acompanha, eu tenho o joelho muito afiado. Então, como ele é um wrestler, eu preparei bastante o meu joelho para esse momento.
So, with a little bit of Portuguese that I know, he's basically saying that's something that he's been practicing. He knows that he was taking on a wrestler, so that was the strategy from the top.
Yeah, you came very close. When it finally landed, it landed very good. It was a very dramatic finish. A pleasure to have you here. That was your first fight since the summer of last year. You're back in the swing of things, right? What's next for Diego Brandão?
After I left UFC, I've been fighting Russia. I have to fight everyone there, the referee, the crown, so it was a good competition, ACA, but I decided this has been 5 years I don't fight in America. Thank you so much for you guys come to support, and I want to thank you, Matt Wagy. He's a very tough guy, and I wish him the best, and you know, sometimes you gotta lose, win, like my fight against Conor McGregor. I go all the way to Dublin, and Conor McGregor beat the shit out of me in his country. It's okay. We lose, we win. Sometimes this is the part of the game.
Yeah, I'm trying to kill a little bit of time here. I believe they wanted to present him with something.
At the end of the day, guys were discussing whether we're going to give a belt on this fight, and it was a little toss-up left and right, but you know what? We're going to give this man a belt tonight, and somebody else is going to have to come and fight him again and take that belt away from him. What do you think? What do you think? You good with that? There you go. You got it, man. No, you got it. Absolutely, 150%, my friend. So at the end of the day, he's going to get a belt, and then if these guys want to fight again, then it's up to us.
Definitely can give a rematch for Matt Wagy. There you go. You know, so I think he's going to do it, bro. My legs is hurt. If this fight goes to 5 rounds, I don't know if I'm going to be able to walk. My legs is hurt right now, and we just fight in 3 minutes. If, man, you got to go to kicks. Yeah, a lot of respect for you, Matt Wagy. I think you have a chance to take this belt back.
They're going to present Mr. Brandão with a belt here under the contingency that there will be a rematch at the appropriate weight. Just a moment. Oh, no, man. That's some real damage, actually, if you can get a zoom in on that with the camera. Wagy ate the leg up early.
Yes, sir. But why would it not be automatic? Why would they have it so the belt is gone? I was like, wait, but if he had it and you beat him, isn't that default?
And again, this title is being presented by Action Fight League under the contingency that it will be, the first defense will be against Matt Wagy. Matt Wagy says he's good with that. He wants that. Diego Brandão says he's good with that. He wants that. Matt Wagy, take a moment. You were out here. You did a lot of damage while the fight was going on. He was setting that knee up. Unfortunately for you, he finally landed it. Landed a couple good shots. I look forward to seeing the rematch, but take a moment. It's your first fight in 3 years, man. You're back. You're healthy. Tomorrow's a better day.
Yeah. Hats off to Diego Brandão. He's a legend in the sport. Ultimate Fighter winner. Class act, man. I
Again,
took the
thank you very
fight
much
at
for joining us here.
155 pounds because I needed this fight. I wanted to fight for all of you guys. I want to thank everybody who came out for me, man. Everybody who came to support me. I went through a lot to get here. 3 years and change. Surgeries, injuries, adversities. And this means a lot. I'm sorry I couldn't get it done for you guys. I'm sorry I couldn't get it done for my team, for all the people that came out to support me. But thank you guys. It means the world to me that you guys came. And I really appreciate you all for coming out. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much, Matt Wagy. You are nothing if not a warrior. I know that you are a skilled veteran, and I look very, very forward to calling that rematch.
Yes, I would love to give a rematch for him. He's a very tough guy. This fight, if we go 5 rounds, I think I'm going to beat the shit out of my... Look at this, guys. It's just 3 minutes. I want to thank him for taking the fight. And definitely I accept the rematch for you, my friend. Thank you so much. And also, I want to thank you, everybody. Come out support. Narrow Gauge.
Sir.
AFL Legal for giving me the opportunity. And thanks to Miami. I hope you see you guys coming after the party. Thank you.